Greetings, sports fans. ASMR Sports. Back with the late night edition here. I kind of let time get away. Now I gotta turn my furnace off, but where the heck? Yeah, I was playing a lot of chess. That's what I was doing. And I like to play the half-hour games, which means each side gets half an hour. Therefore, it can be up to an hour. Usually, it's not that long, but it definitely can be close to it very frequently. So, anyways, yeah, that's why I'm clocking in here at the last hour. So as I mentioned, and unfortunately I'll probably make this pretty quick because I would like to get to sleep. But I mentioned that I'd been to Target recently, and they did have more of this Archives baseball. The first time I went there that I got Archives, they only had one box, and I bought it. But this time they had quite a few, so I bought another one. I just think, given the rookie class of this stuff, and some of the like Archives rookies of like Aaron Judge, and there's Aaron Judge right there. Oh, your AL MVP. Yeah, some of the rookie cards of, like Ohtani and Soto and Acuna, those guys from Archives are relatively, sought after cards. If they, I feel like quality control in Archives is much better than in a lot of products from like Panini and a lot of like chromium products. It's really the chrome products that just get freaking wailed on. I don't know, in the manufacturing process, and they get just dimples and scratches and all sorts of imperfections, which, by the way, did not happen like 5-6 years ago. At least I don't think it did, but maybe I'm being sort of blissfully ignorant or remembering doing revisionist history. But anyways, yeah, I think if one of the guys in the class does good over time, obviously Julio Rodriguez, has done well, but I mean, he's a rookie, right? Lots of guys can go to bunk after an initial good season. But anyways, yeah, if somebody gets big and you get a nice one of their rookie cards out of here, and it grades well. If you're into grading, it can be definitely worth the $20, $24.99 you pay for these things. I've been seeing people sell these for $20 on like Facebook groups. I don't really ever buy up Facebook's groups just because I feel like the ones that I've signed up for are very large, and I don't know, you don't know anybody from Adam in those things, and to send like hundreds of dollars payment to these people sight unseen seems awful risky, even though you see some deals on there. Cal Lewis. I mean, his cards are just really nicely centered, and that's cool looking. Babe Ruth. I really like this set. I mean, they're just good, nice cards to look at. My goodness. Oh, look at that. There you go. Unfortunately, like the first card we get off-centered is J-Rod. Frank Thomas, but still a sweet card. So I think he probably has several rookies in here, different card designs. I don't know if, there's always a number of years that they select for the designs for this product every year, and I can see like, this is the, 1992, I think. I see 1963, 1978, 1987. So, I don't know if there's a J-Rod card of all those, or if they make it only one player only makes into one of those sets. But pretty sweet to start off with the J-Rod. I'm psyched about that. Hey, I always feel bad for neglecting my other ASMR channels. My other channels, period, I should say, because I have one that's not ASMR. And I appreciate everybody who views, subscribe to those. I probably would have 0 subscribers on those if not for people being kind enough to go and subscribe, after hearing mention of them on this channel. But this channel is like far and away my biggest channel, so like I get, sort of caught up in only doing videos for this channel because it has the most subscribers. I get the most views on the videos, and it's just, it's more mileage for your it's cool looking set beer, for your content, on a channel that has lots of viewers as opposed to very few. So I neglect the other ones. And I feel bad about it. So there's a nice Wander Franco foil that's a little bit off center too. So this is like the 1989 Topps Big design. So that is a parallel, I'm pretty sure. Although I feel like maybe are all of these rainbow, or all of the 89 Big designs are foils. Maybe it's like a kind of a insert subset kind of thing. Not really sure. I'm trying to remember what I got on the last one. But we're getting some really good names. Johnny, I love these 87s, man. They look so cool. It's just so sweet to see, like, modern players in this 87 design in the old school, like matte finish. I mean, really, you could be pulling this out of 87, a pack of 87 tops, right? But the cardstock's actually a bit thicker on these than on the original 87s. But boy, I just love this stuff, man. Love it. Anyway, so I was saying about my other channels, I don't know, I lots of times I've sort of said to myself, okay, I'm gonna make content, and I haven't. But I think I'm going to, at least for my my non-ASMR channel, the Sports Card Show, I call it. I think I'm gonna just try to do some, content on there similar to this content, but it'll be, not whispered and not with gum chewing, which I get a lot of people. Stumbling upon my videos and going, "Why is he whispering?" So there's some interest in the content, but not in the necessarily ASMR aspects of it. Or maybe people just, I still kind of am amazed there are people who are on YouTube haven't heard of ASMR, because it just sort of comes up a lot, as just sort of a meme. But I guess I could see it, obviously it happens, right? That people have never heard of ASMR. But anyways, so I was thinking, like, what I might do is, like if I open a hobby box, like I'll do half the packs on this channel and half the packs on the Sports Card Show channel, and then, those of you who are interested in more the sports card aspect of this channel might be interested, in seeing the Sports Card Show content, and then I'll also be able to, pull in viewers. I think we have a nice colored parallel. That's a pretty looking Juan Soto. I don't know if these greetings from cards are, standouts or valuable, but they strike me as very similar to the downtown cards, from Panini that are very expensive or valuable. And there's also a Topps kind of version of that. Are those called Hometown Advantage, I think, where they basically show the player, in front of a little artwork of their, the town where they play. So it's possible these could be worth something, but I don't know. All right, well, there you go, Gear Cole. It's up for the Yankees fans out there, and it's numbered. Wow, and it's low numbered. Look at that, 35 of 50. This is like the second numbered card that we've gotten out of a box of a blaster of archives. So I'm kind of thinking maybe you just get one numbered card say for retail is like amazing, especially if you can get like a number to 50. My goodness. So man, I'm gonna have a hard time resisting you guys buying more of this stuff. At Target, if they have it, or maybe from my local Facebook scammers. Really cool card there for a Yankees fan. Garrett Cole had a pretty solid year, but boy, I was dreaming about Justin Verlander and how great it would be if the Yankees could pick him up. I heard they're one of the teams in contention. He's a free agent this year. My guess is he goes back to the Astros, but I mean, they're already paying him a fortune, so they can afford it. You know, he's done well. They won a World Series, so why would you not sign that guy? You know, unless some other team was just going to go give him like a crazy deal that'll take him into his like 50s. He's an older pitcher for sure, but his production has never been better, So, except his, playoff performances were not that great, but I don't know, I'm not convinced that wasn't a fluke. Downey Baseball, very nice. Tyler Gilbert's No. Wow, I barely remember that. Jake Cronenworth, Keibert Ruiz, and O'Neal Cruz rookie. So a little bit of hobby supply news for y'all. I finally convinced myself to pick up some of those. It's funny because this product's giving me all sorts of trouble here, but I decided to pick up a couple cases of those notched penny sleeves, so they have the little cutout, already in every sleeve, so you don't have to cut it like a, Neanderthal like I do. Bump my head into the mic. Luckily it didn't make a very large noise, just kind of made my head flinch. So I'm excited to get those, and I will, that's the sort of thing I kind of want to do on the sports card show, is like a review of those, because I tried like the dickens to find somebody who had ever used these notched sleeves. From Cardboard Gold is where I ordered them, and there's nothing at all on YouTube. There's nothing, I think, on the internet, just generally. So like, that's some content that needs to be out in the world, because lots of people like me are like, is it worth it? Are they something I should get? Boy, that's weird to see him in a Colorado Rockies jersey on a card, but played full season there, so I should get used to it, huh? So anyways, yeah, I'm going to do a review of these things probably on the sports card show, and I'll show them on this channel as well when I get them, but should have those available for sale. God, I love these 87s. They just look so freaking cool, you guys. So I'm trying to think, like in archives last year, did they use 86 design? I know they don't necessarily go, I think, in order, year-wise. I think they just pick like random years, I believe. So I don't know if they would have had 86 last year or some other year or in a year to come, but I'd like to open whatever year has the 86s, because I love the 86 too. I mean, that's really like the very first cards I ever purchased when I was probably like, I don't know, I was very young. But I remember those being at the store, and somehow I got in $10, and went and bought like all the packs I could of 86 tops. It's funny because I remember when Garbage Pail Kids were out, when they were a new thing and they were the hit. Everybody in school was talking about them in grade school, and I remember seeing them at the same little corner store that I bought my 86 tops at, and I bought like a few packs when I was a kid, but wasn't really into it. But if I had bought, some of those first edition packs instead of the 86 tops and then kept them, man, I would have been in business. Jim Palmer. All right, well, the last few packs were not so great, but the first few were pretty banging. We got, several of the big names here after. No Bobby Woods, no Spencer Torkelsons, but we did get Franco and J-Rod, who's the big one. So, I doubt I made my money back, but I have to believe that in a couple years, if G-Rod's doing really well, I mean, that'll be a $20 card. And the Franco, kind of same thing. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in Water Franco, but I don't know. It's hard to believe that he was as dominant as he was in the minors, and he's not going to have a banger of a season here sometime soon. But trying to see if I can figure out his age here. But born in 2021, so he's like 20, 21 years old, so very young still. And sometimes it takes a while. Like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just was a beast, absolute dominant in the minor leagues, but his first year up kind of took a while to get acclimated. And then not this past, not like the 2022 season, but 2021 he kind of just went bonkers. And 22 he had a really nice solid season as well. Blue Jays just unfortunately took an early exit from the playoffs. Otherwise he might have done some interesting things in playoff baseball. And I really think that Blue Jays team is, they got a lot of really young, impressive talent. I'm pretty bullish on them. I hope they don't do that well because they're in the division with the Yankees, but I have a hard time seeing those guys not doing well with, Alek Manoah pitching, and they got Bo Bichette, who I think is just super, super talented. And who did they sign? Somebody, I can't remember, who was like a veteran, and I was kind of like, oh man, he's over there. Was it George Springer I'm thinking of? I think it might have been him, but they've got a couple of pretty good key pickups too, in terms of veterans that are just bona fide stars. So I don't know if you're a Blue Jays fan. I think you get good things ahead, but I hope not at the expense of the Yankees. All right, well that's what we got for today. Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for the late post here today, but I did get one recorded here before midnight my time. It's probably not going to be posted until early morning the next day, but we'll catch y'all later and look forward to some sports card show videos as well as the daily videos here. All right, thanks. Bye now.